right in the heart with a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on me. Don't bite their feet when they enter the lab. I feel a cold stare. Think I ain't looking. Maybe because I'm focused. No hands out for the hopeless. Funny bullets, I caught them shots. Another piece of the puzzle connecting dots. You can find the truth of that in liquor. One more shot to an empty bottle. Then she gon' walk there like a model for me. Like I don't see her intentions all in my soul. At a time we were just friends with advice to land. Got special, I was dead broke, but we still got hope. Don't put my words, just back and issue that raw dough. Just back and issue that raw dough. Back and issue that raw dough. To the people that listen to my people, they know that I do care. With their hands in the air, rocking side to side. Now my work, yeah, time to ride. Where my niggas at? My niggas ain't my niggas no more. Push me to the back, label the change up swag. I do it for us, I'm pro-black. Don't rock it the shit get. Wouldn't be so all type of African shit. Just rock it paper fade, swagger tailor-made. Polo collars and fly kicks. Just polo collars and fly kicks. Exclusive shit, not get wig. Keep it coming, just don't stop. The revolution starts with shot.
I'm respectful to my people, and I want to represent my people, and I don't want to be a bad representative. I can't be blind, let the blind lead the blind, they all follow the shit.
Now my mama said, baby, act like you got sense. He act like I only act right for Lent. Been living in purgatory, but I'm nosing for heaven. Not sure if I'm getting in, cause I ain't paid a reverend. Who looking at me when I ain't looking, judging my character? I can't put down my guard on this planet, back in the camera. Ready for my close-up, the lens gets bigger. Won't play me on BET, cause I am not a nigga. My heart is like a powder keg, ready to explode. Smell like strange fruit, cause I'm America's cologne. It started with the hello, think you're a nice fellow. You're ballin' like Carmelo, you treat you like Othello. L.A.R. we the stars, turn a rapper to a prophet. Bulletproof 306, keep your hands in your pocket. Jordan rules for my life, you contain them, can't stop them. I'm niggas sky high, so the clouds can't drop them. My life is like a miracle, my words are just imperial. I'm edible, I'm audible, I'm digital, I'm visual. Spit like Komodo, go like Bruce Lee, Roy B. And the mean as bad as Mofo in the dojo. Life is so amazing and raps like Jesus. They said hip hop is dead, but today look like Easter.
Now I wake up in the morning, I'm black and handsome as ever. However, you see me as strange fruit, will it ever happen, not again. A crook is just a homicide, he know it's self-defense. But since I'm black and since he white, he got no common sense. That's 1969, and he ain't Jesus Christ. He ain't coming back on Easter, he ain't got a second life. You know I'm right? Hold up, look. Now the sirens in my window here and pull it over. License and registration, gun ain't never in the holster. Plus, that man black too, he wanna act too. A nigga with an attitude and a badge too. A couple tattoos, hoping I act a fool so he can squeeze too. But it ain't nothing different, they the same thing. They pull him over, he gon' get the same thing. Maybe 2 up in his brain, 21 gun salute. Last words was I'm a copy, last heard fuck you. And he ain't coming back, you know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, y'all say goodbye. Everybody cry, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone. Unless you on welfare. Lost here, daddy can't live there. So we ain't there, and life ain't fair. But the food free, and the rent cheap. His roaches where you sleep. He still came around and taught you baseball. Bought a Barbie doll, he raised all of y'all. And now the kids adults, they both up in the court. She want that child support, he on that child support. But he ain't never taught him baseball, and she ain't never bought him Barbie dolls. They both never there, no, never, not at all. Saying, well, pull your pants up, go while your ass out. They looking back saying, why, y'all ain't ever in the house? You got it backwards, don't you? I'm saying, cause we still preaching unity. And it's supposed to be family first in community. Got it in church to $1 for your blessing. We made in God's image, thinking we're Satan's mind. They got us crossed up, now Judas is Caesar. America bury me, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Yeah, they know I'm black like Jesus. but I ain't coming back for Easter. Y'all say goodbye. Everybody cry. Second line, but when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter. Everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye. Second line, but when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone.
All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. I hope y'all saw the thumbnail. I've been having some technical difficulties, so if it comes on or cuts off, I'm gonna be right back because I had to come in and out of this sucker like 4 or 5 times while the intro was going on. But for y'all who see the title, who see the thumbnail, I'm probably gonna make this a little bit more interactive in a second. You know, just in case if anybody wants to come up, because I think we need to have a discussion, just in my personal opinion, of asking the question, you know, does Black America want to win? And, you know, for me, this comes from a particular place. And part of that place is watching us over and over and over again do things that we know are going to cost us, are going to make us lose in life in the long run. And we're at a point where we're celebrating, you know, our self-sabotage. We're celebrating, you know, driving off a cliff. We're celebrating knowing we're going to lose in life, but as long as I'm having fun doing it, which means you're not even trying. But at the same time, we want somebody else to win at life for us. So I'm gonna touch on a bunch of different things because of why I'm asking this question. You know, does Black America want to win? Now, let's start with simply constructive criticism. It's hard honesty. Like, does Black America really want to win? Because when you're honest with Black America, we have a problem. How dare you tell me the truth? Well, I guess I thought you said you wanted to get better. I thought you said, you know, you wanted to be in a good situation. I thought you said you wanted to be in a good space, whether that's mentally, whether that's physically, whether that's financially, you know, whether that's spiritually. I thought you said you wanted that. So obviously you don't, because when somebody tells you, you know, what you need to do, or like, this is, you know, let me be honest with you, this is where you messing up. This is where you're coming up short. People, I don't want to hear that. I want, you know, I don't want to hear that. I want you to lie to me. It's like, lie to you? Because if somebody lies to you, we're gravitating to the lie. And we're not just gravitating to the lie, we're gravitating to entertainment that's lying to us. You know, as long as if the lie sounds real good, I'm gonna buy into it. the lie got a good beat to it, I'm gonna buy into it. If the lie make me feel special, I'm gonna buy into it. This is what we're doing. I want to be entertained because, I already gave up the thought that I want to actually win in life. That might take too much work. So how about I just, act? I say that I want to win, but I really don't. I'm tired of trying because that's what it looks like. And now you got people who are quitting who never tried to begin with. But let's do it for the culture. Let's do it for the people. You know what I'm saying? We in this struggle, and it's like, are you really? Are you really? Because it's one thing to be a quitter that tried and quit. It's another thing to be a quitter that never even started. And you got to ask this question: like, does Black America want to win? Because what if somebody tell you, "Hey, listen, no matter hell or high water, no matter how good you become, even if you win it all, we're going to get rid of you." What are you going to do in that moment? That's why I use the Last Dance as a thumbnail. Well, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out on top. I ain't finna, That's what we about to do. If I'm going out on top. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So since this is the Black manosphere, right? And you got people talking about, look at the relationship talk. Look at it. Look at, what the men say that they want and what the men say that they're getting. Look at what the women say that they want and the women say that they're getting. And listen to what these people are saying. Listen to their thoughts. Listen to their complaints. Listen to, because it's really sometimes, for the most part, it's not that much good being talked about the other party. But let me even go past that. Do you even want to win if you got the ideal relationship that you're asking for? Is that the end all be all? Are you going? This is all I needed. I got the championship. Now I don't need nothing else. Or is it that was cool. I did all that complaining and all that wanting and all that yearning and all that praying and all that, I've been suffering for years and all that. I had to fight all my life. And if I just could get somebody just really, really down and really, really special and do all of these things that for me that I'm not doing for me and that I wish I deserved it. But if they do it, oh man, it's a big godsend. And then when you get all that, it's like, that was cool. And then you just throw that in the trash like it just didn't matter. So even in relationships, in Black love, do you actually want to win? Because when you get what you're asking for, you still don't want it. You still don't want to keep it. What does that tell you? Like, seriously, what does that tell you? So we can, for the people who are married, for the people who are in happy relationships, they became the minority because the majority of people say they want to be married and they say they want to have happy relationships. You know what I'm saying? But they don't. They don't. I got to do this real quick. I don't know how this happens. I really don't. I really, really don't. If anybody knows, I'm one of those people, whenever I'm doing something, things go left. I get a phone call at that moment. Hold up. So sorry about that. So it's all love, man. But let me get back on this topic. Like, you wanted to be married, you wanted to be in a happy relationship, and the majority of us just talking. Because the majority of us want just we want to seasonally be in black love and seasonally be for the streets. We want to have a black love season and a for the street season. And what does that get you? Back to square one over and over again. So really, do you want to win? You see what I'm saying? Do you really want to win? It's all good. It's all good. I was saying that, you know. But what do we want to do? Because now we're at a point where it's all on the table. And what I mean it is all on the table, it's not just TV shows anymore, it's social media. So now people can see if you're serious or not. Now people can see if you're true to what you're saying or not. If look, I really want to win. Okay. Well, let's put in this work. Oh man, look, man. My talent is God given. You know what? This is why people ask Black America, do you want to win or not? Because when it's time to put in the work, people go missing. People got time for everything else. We got time to play around. We got time to kick it. We got time to watch TV, Netflix. We got time to be on YouTube. We got time to sit in the car. We got time to party. We got time to drink. We got time to smoke. We got time to, to chase sex. Oh, we got time for everything else, but when it's time to put in the work, it's just when it's time to make that sacrifice, can't somebody else do it? No, somebody else can't do it. You got to do it. You the one that said you wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? Could you do extra for me and give me your extra credit to get me going? Because I just ain't feeling it right now. And people got to ask, does Black America want to win? Do we? And winning could be a bunch of different things to a bunch of different people. It's just when people say this is what I want out of life, or this is what I need out of life. I just don't see people pursuing what they say they want and what they say they need. So it leads me to believe you want somebody else to pursue it for you. Now I know as a Black man, we got obstacles in America that the other people just don't have at all. It ain't right, it ain't fair, and it's not going to be right, and it's not going to be fair, and people are not going to have a change of heart and be good people. Let's not even play that game. But winning is a team sport, and we know, if we want to win, we know we don't have home field advantage here. We know the refs don't want us to win. We know the crowd don't want us to win. See what I'm saying? We know people are going to be cheating for the other side. We already know this. So part of my issue sometimes is, why are you playing when you know this already? You know other people are cheating, and everybody's going to back up the cheating. But you still want them to play fair. That's not what they do. They've never done that. They're not going to do that. And if it's got to be perfect and fair, then do you really want to win? Because this is the part of the problem. What happened to us going through adversity? We can't go through adversity anymore? Oh, we just had enough? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that we can't win, in spite of adversity, because we've done it on a regular basis. But now I got a question, is your heart in it? Is your heart really in it? Because like my grandparents used to say, I hear what your mouth say, but that's not what your actions say. That's not what your actions say. Now we got to take this a step further. Does Black America want to win when it comes to how we're raising our kids to win? And what I mean by that, excuse me, is this. If we're raising our sons and daughters to be adversarial to each other, there ain't gonna be no team. So if you raise a girl saying that you don't depend on the boys, and you raise the boys to just be crash dummies, then do you really want to win? Because if you don't want to see your own kids win, or you want to see your kids win if they're a particular gender, and you the parent, and you the nuclear family and extended family, and it's got to be a particular person for you to ride with them, then you just let me know what's up. Like, Black America don't want to win. If your son's an athlete or entertainer, the family we're gonna do whatever it takes to win. What if your son's just a regular hardworking person? You gonna help him win? Unfortunately, I could say no. I could say no. So does Black America want to win? Because you hear all of the complaints over and over again, and you see all the complaints over and over again. And speaking of the kids and crash dummies, I asked the question, does Black America want to win? Because it's far too many young men and young women doing the same dumb stuff, actually thinking they're going to make it out in life. Listen, when I see young people on social media, I don't, especially our people, I'm not seeing a plethora of people doing good things, especially the younger ones. They're uploading, doing donuts, in sports cars. They're uploading beefing or supposed beefing with people. They're uploading ladies are uploading a bunch of softcore sexual content. It's not a full out twerk no more. It's like a semi twerk with, let me see the side view in the face, and everything is in underwear or workout underwear. And it's like, do you really want to win? Because what I'm seeing is a bunch of people, who are younger, and they're playing around, and it doesn't look like they're really getting to actually a work ethic. I've seen far too many people on drugs on social media. I'm not trying to find this stuff. It's just so prevalent. It's out there. I see far too many people talking about, they got ops. Do you want to win? Does Black America want to win if they got all these ops out here? So all these ops out here, everybody need a pistol for every place that they go, but they won't go places where they don't need a pistol. Because I'm just looking to get into it. Because I got ops. Okay. So you just don't want to win in life. You just trying to just kill yourself off. That's what we doing. Young ladies, trying to get on Instagram, trying to get flown out somewhere so they can say this is my lifestyle, as long as I'm a prostitute, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's not realistic anymore. It's not realistic. So when people say, hey man, listen, I don't think, I want to be this, that, and the third. I don't see you putting any effort into that. I don't see you putting any effort into that. And speaking of the family part, does the family support people who want to win? Who does the family give attention to? Does the family say, you know what, that person, there used to be people who, we used to say as a phrase, they gonna be all right. I don't know what they gonna do, but they gonna make it. Now you don't hear that from family members as much anymore. You hear they gonna need help. They might need therapy. They gonna need some time to find their way. But that's who people support. It's like, no, we're not doing this again. Again, we doing this again. No, we're not. We're not. Let's support another person who's gonna need some help the whole way, and they might quit along the way, and they might come back, when they quit, and they want to come back and want you to start it all over from scratch to help them again. I'm just like, do we really want to win? Because let's just be real, because this might be our last stand for real. Can we recognize a winner anymore? Like, real talk, can we recognize a winner? Because what it looks like to me is, see, winners make good decisions. Winners do the little things that help to win. Winners, show up when they need to show up, and they stop somebody from having momentum when they need to stop it. They realize pivotal moments in life. What we're gravitating to now is a bunch of losers who, I'm gonna support you, and if you lose and fail so many times, you're gonna fail your way to the top. And I'm like, that's not how you win. You don't go. You don't get you don't let a person self-sabotage themselves, for 3/4 of their life, and they losing in the blowout and go, oh, you know what? You can get it all back if you hit 2 50-point shots from out in the parking lot. And then they spend the last quarter, the fourth quarter of their life just throwing bombs from the parking lot, hoping to make one. And the one person that could possibly do it, they're a winner. It's like, you stupid. Yes, I listen to the radio. No, I do not watch the BET Awards. But this is a part. Or my apologies, y'all, man. I told you it's technical difficulties. I'm gonna just keep the camera off now. But does Black America want to win? And part of this is the issue of when we don't recognize winners, because this is where I was getting to, in the Black, the BET Awards. One of the things is, and I see it with part of this FBA conversation, See, man, this is what I'm talking about. And this person knows I'm live probably. So here's the other thing, and I'm gonna start getting into some serious stuff in a second. The FBA conversation with everybody else. Is it a hard conversation to have? Because it's like, man, we can't even separate ourselves and say this is who we are, because people are so accustomed to saying, hey, we're supposed to be with you when it's convenient, and we're supposed to be apart from you when it's convenient. And it's like, nah, we just gonna be our separate group this whole time. We're not gonna play the I'm in and I'm out card no more. Is that a step in a positive direction? Yeah, it is. It is. But people, when talking about like the BET Awards and the music and radio, what I'm saying is, for far too long we've let people who aren't quote unquote FBA or ADOS, be black when they do something detrimental, and then when they do something positive, they're whatever group they're from. So it's like, no, if you do something detrimental, it's gonna be in your group, and if you do something positive, it's gonna be in your group. How about that? But we've got a bad rap for that, so that's okay. In some ways, I can say that's a positive step of separating ourselves from that element. But in general, we got a lot of work to do, because another thing that we don't want to admit, and this has nothing to do with people who aren't quote unquote FBA or ADOS, we got a big deal with sabotaging ourselves, and not ourselves, but each other. Sometimes when you see brothers and sisters in Black America, there are people who do want to win in life, but 9 times out of 10, before they get sabotaged by America, they got to watch out for getting sabotaged by their family and friends. Or somebody they know that's not family or friend. See what I'm saying? So it's like, we got an issue. We got a real big issue, because people don't want to win. And then people go, well, I don't see the big deal, because I'm listening to everybody talk about, I've been listening to people talk about legacy and generational wealth. And the problem is, you got to ask, about legacy and generational wealth. Does Black America want to win? Because if you have a legacy, who can you pass it down to? If you have generational wealth, who can you pass it down to that's not going to screw it up? And that's a big issue, because the issue is, who's going to screw it up? Because we've been accustomed to giving our legacy and our generational wealth to people who will screw it up, and then just going, oh, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. And it's like, yeah, it's a huge deal. It's a very, very huge deal. Because you don't want to win, or do you want to win? And you say you want the next generation to win, but you set them up for failure. Because that's what's going on. And I'm glad that I'm seeing parents and / grandparents who are Black, who are well off, now saying, listen, man, I can't keep crippling my kids by giving them stuff. I'm telling them, look, you need the money that I make, you need to learn how to make this money, keep making money by the time when I die. You can't just be sitting here receiving money for a lifetime, and then when I die, you just think you're going to party it away, and my grandchildren and great-grandchildren going to be screwed. I'm glad I'm seeing more and more Black people go, we're not playing that game, because that means you don't want to win. And then, something I'm probably gonna make a video about. Does Black America want to win? Because it seems like, and I might be wrong, but you tell me what you think. It seems like the suburbs is destroying the Black family in Black America. I know what it's like being a hood kid. I do. But these suburban kids, I'm like, y'all, it's like the suburbs made them lazy drug addicts. They're too comfortable. Yeah, participation. Like, you got Black kids who are from the suburbs, grew up in the suburbs, and you can see it, and they're horrible at actually competing in life. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with you. Because I don't know if you want to win. Because I think you might have started off so comfortably, you don't actually like competing because your parents won before you even got here, or they were winning while you were a certain age, and you just think it's easy because you're not the one doing it yet. Or if you're doing it, you can always go back home. So for me, it's like, I don't know if Black America wants to win. I really don't. Because I'm seeing it far too often. And I got to go here, and I got to say this. I'm chewing some candy, so excuse me when you hear that crunching or whatever. You know, does Black America want to win? Because we have a propensity to be stupid right now. Stupid is fun. You're in your 20s and you're young and you're being dumb. You're in your 30s and you're trying to get it together. You're in your 40s and, you know, I just had a few bad breaks. You're in your 50s and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to pull it together now. You're in your 60s and it's like, I'm going to work to be around here for a little bit longer. It's like, yo, what? And I've been there where I've seen and I've been the person who has to take care of generations of losers. Not people who worked their butts off and won in life and maybe they got sick, but just flat out losers. There was losers in their 20s, losers in their 30s, losers in their 40s, losers in their 50s, and they don't want you to take care of them in their 60s. Losers. And they don't have a problem tearing down a family to do it. Does Black America want to win? And I got to ask the question, does Black America want to win when it comes to this, to our own spirituality in a sense? Because I think we lost our soul a while back. I just do. Because people are using spirituality and religion as a way to escape, just like they use weed, just like they use alcohol, just like they use partying. God is just you know, now we want to play with rocks, and we want to play with different spiritualities, and you know, we Christian but not really, we Muslim but not really. You know what I'm saying? Man, do your thing, Grinch, man. Enjoy your life, fam. You know, we want to be what do you call that? You know, we want to be Hotep technically, but pro-Black, but not really. You know, we want to do all these things, but just not be real. We want to talk about authenticity and being real, and this is what I mean by, does Black America want to win? Because now being real is just being a jerk. Being real is just, you know, being unnecessarily confrontational. Let me just get at this person because I'm real. Listen, let me tell you what that is. Like, now I don't understand that confrontational for no reason thing, because I came up in an era where we was going, if you got into a confrontation, you was gonna get a confrontation. Now it's just you know, it's a bunch of neck rolling and talking. And it's like, listen, man, does Black America, my bad. Told you, technical difficulty. You spending all this time arguing about stuff that isn't real, that isn't necessary, that isn't true. You know, and when somebody says, look, man, this is what we need to do to succeed, it's all of this pontificating, it's all of this stalling, it's all of this mouth running, because people are trying to stall out from actually putting in the work, or even trying to put in the work. Does Black America want to win? Because we're hearing a bunch of uneducated people, unlearned people stalling when we could come up with simple solutions to fix some of our problems. Well, you got to get to the root of it, and beyond the root and beneath the root and underneath the ground and underneath the ground of the ground and into the core. And when we're into the core, we got to just circle around the core until we come up with an answer. And it's like, listen, man, if we want to win, we got to have solutions. We can't have pontification in our community for a lifetime. And then you wake up at 60 years old and you say, you know what? If we would have did this, this, and this, we would have been much farther. You knew that then. You were just stalling because you didn't want to do those things. That's why I'm asking, does Black America want to win? Because we got another little issue. Does Black America want to win, or is it just about sex? Is it just sex? Like, is that because we're chasing sex to the point where you got people too old to be chasing sex, still chasing sex. Their life is horrible, but they chasing sex. You can't, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna find a win in life in an orgasm. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You're not gonna skeet your way into winning in life. Everything you said you wanted to do when you was younger, everything you dreamed about, every goal you having as an adult, it ain't gonna go away because you had a massive orgasm. It's not gonna do that. And to me, I see a lot of Black America trying to hide behind the possibility of a relationship or the possibility of sex or actually getting a relationship or actually getting sex and skipping the winning part. You need to get with somebody that's gonna help you win. No. Because you might not be a good teammate if you substitute sex for winning in the first place. If you're gonna substitute sex for winning in the first place, I don't even know why you need a team. You can't separate the game from the celebration. You went to celebrate and didn't even get in the game yet, so you don't even know if you won or lost yet. But you know what I'm saying? Hold up. I'm gonna open this thing up a little bit. Put the link in the chat just in case, Now, the other thing about Black America, I'm about to go there and say some things that people ain't gonna like. Does Black America want to win? Because Black America gravitates to dysfunction. If it ain't dysfunctional, we ain't rocking with it. So how you gonna win like that? And as a sports reference, how many there are organizations that everybody didn't get along and they won, but you can't think about a dysfunctional organization who actually won, because a dysfunctional organization ain't about winning to begin with. That's when they say you got to change the culture, and some people just don't want to admit that, hey, you know what? I'm just glad to be here. And when you're just glad to be here, you don't want to win. I'm just glad to be in the building. Yo, everybody in the building. See, people talk about, and part of what I use the Last Dance reference, and people talk about Kobe and the Mamba mentality. They say, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were harsh individuals because they wanted to win. They weren't playing. It wasn't a joke to them. They wanted to be successful. They didn't show up just to be there and just to be great. They showed up to be great and win. Nobody likes losing. Well, I take that back. People who like losing are losers, but when they get around people who want to win, that's a toxic relationship. And this is why I'm talking about this Black America want to win, because we play this toxic relationship game where you got winners, you got losers trying to latch on to winners and then get mad because they don't get along. You might have a person who really is in it to win, but they are surrounded by or in a group of people who who are losers. And everything that they do helps them, get closer and closer to losing. And they don't like it. And people ought to realize they don't like that. And then they go, oh man, this person is mean, this person is toxic, this person is abrasive, this person is harsh. No, this person wants to win that life. You don't. You just want to ride the coattails when it's over. Why would I trust you? Why would I want to work with you? If I'm sitting here busting my behind every day and you just want to show up for and reap the benefits. Because, we black, man, you my people, I'm your people, we good. Oh, okay. All right, we good, huh? We good? We really good. To the point that what? That listen, man. When you put in those extra hours, I'm gonna just leave you here by yourself. Oh, okay. But when it really goes down, you know what I'm saying? When it really goes down, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I know I didn't put in no work, fam. I know I didn't do nothing. I know I wasn't, how can I say this? I know I wasn't helping you get it together, but at a moment's notice, I'm gonna turn it on right here, right now for you. I'm gonna turn it on right here, right now when you really, really need me. That's BS, man. That's BS. And it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, fam. I'm gonna show you. I'm not working with you. I'm not helping you. I'm not practicing. I'm not trying to win. But when all the chips on the line, just give it to me at the last minute. And I'm gonna come through. No, we're not playing this game. Because you got to ask, do you really want to win? You got people, if I move to this city, you got people, I want to be a star. You got people moving to L.A. and moving to New York and, I want to be a star kind of mentality. And it's like, okay, so how many auditions you going to go to? You know what I'm saying? How many years you willing to go to auditions and not be picked? How are you willing to do acting on stage for years and years and people not show up and hone, work on it and hone your craft? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to suffer? Because that's what we got to ask. Is Black America willing to suffer? And a lot of us are not. And that's a problem. A lot of us aren't willing to suffer and we don't want to suffer. We want to BS and play around. And for me, it's like, whatever. So now it's like, oh, okay, it is what it is. But if that's the case, why is there so much issue with the separation between the people who want to win and the people who want to play around? Why can't you leave them? You read this Bible, and the Bible said, people had to die off. The 40 days and 40 nights, we got to get rid of these people. They're not of good use. How come we can't accept that certain people aren't good use and we got to get rid of certain people? And this is why does Black America want to win? Because we got to take everybody if we win. Everybody can't go. Can Black America cut people off who not supposed to go? That's a good, if you know what? If I bring them, they're going to blow this whole situation. I ain't taking them. But I thought you wanted to win. I do. I can't win with them around. They can't go. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it when we get there. They're going to ruin it before we get there. They're going to ruin the whole situation, and we'll be mad because we could get so much further with people who are, how can I say this, easier to work with. Because you got to ask, do people like that want to win? I was watching, forgot who it was. Somebody like, I'm not a yes man. I'm not a company man. And I was just laughing, because people, man, I'm going to speak my mind. Ain't nothing wrong with all that, but a lot of y'all need to shut up. Just because you're not a yes man don't mean you're a smart man. You could be a dumb no man. And that doesn't mean you want to win because you're a contrarian. Because every time somebody says up, you say down. So every time somebody says left, you say right. Every time somebody says yes, you say no. That doesn't mean you're smart. That just means, you just don't want to do something. You can't win with people like that. You ain't got to buy into everything, but you ain't got to buck everything either. And when you're sitting there with people who are that rebellious, where they got to buck everything, they even buck winning. You got to win in spite of them being there. But I was there, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't going to be nobody that's going to say, yeah, I get that. I get that. You said no to everything. Okay, good. You happy now? You happy now? Somebody else had to pick up the pieces for everything you said no to. But you feel like you're more important than they are, right? Because you had an attitude all the doggone time. That's why I'm asking, does Black America want to win? Because sometimes you got to put your ego to the side. You got to put your attitude to the side. You got to put your being a spoiled brat to the side. Nobody has time for that. Everybody can't counsel you every time you don't get your way. But you got so many people who say they want to win, but once again, it's about attention. I want attention. I want people to say, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Bruh, all that attention don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Because ultimately, what good is having a bunch of attention when you're losing? You just putting a spotlight on you being a loser. That's not what you want. But you got so many of us in Black America that would take the spotlight of being a loser over the spotlight of being on a winning team if they're not, if they're not the star. I'd rather be a star on the losing team than a role player on the winning team. You stupid then. Because you're a star of losers. That ain't good. And what that means is you're not going to help anybody around you win. You're the best it's going to be. The best it's going to get. And that's not good at all. At all, whatsoever. But, let people say something different. So for me, it's like, we got to stop tripping. These bots, man. I really don't. And does Black America want to win? Can you work in spite of? Like I've been on YouTube for years, man. Let me be honest with y'all. I know YouTube on one. These bots come a dime a dozen. These algorithms come a dime a dozen. It ain't. A lot of people just don't rock with me. I get that, but I got too much material out there to not know. I've been. How can I say this? I've been messed with or shadow banned. I know that already. But I don't mind. That's what I do. I enjoy this hobby. So I'm going to keep at it because I like doing it. But we in our community, we have to have that aspect. Because you got a lot of people who do business. They know doing business, man. I'm going to have all these I'm going to have a bunch of little hiccups and, people who throw me under the bus and sabotage the situation. You know, if I'm being successful, they might call the cops and create a situation that don't exist. I'm gonna have a lot of people trying to undermine me. But I'm gonna keep pushing. That's what we need to do. If you want to win. You know what I'm saying? If you want to win, that's what you got to do. But are you willing to put up with that? Are you willing to keep pushing through that? And a lot of people are not. That's unfortunate, but that's the reality of it. A lot of people just are not willing to do that. But for me, it's like, it is what it is. Now, my knee hurt. I'm almost an hour into this thing. I'm gonna shut it down. I hope y'all got something out of this. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
It looks like a job for Superman.
Do this,
Spoken from the lips of the young,
Listen
of
serious.
the old, there are many,
Yeah. Gotta put it all in.
and there are Supermen.
All the way. I guess I'm taking off the cake through the glasses in the trash. Being super is great, saving y'all is such a drag. Even God took a break. Me, I ain't coming back. I got one life to live. If you don't like it, that's your ass. Cause nobody saved me. Plus when I'm drunk, I'm just a peon. I could use somebody just like I'm the Kings of Leon. This world is cold as ice, mixed with salt, mixed with Freon. They got me pissed off, but that's better than being peed on. For eons, human beings took kindness for weakness. When you constipated, you start to appreciate shit. Put before you life and death, and you just gotta choose. The kryptonite life means you still follow the rules. If your credit's messed up or your bills ain't paid, then it's getting disconnected. Can't nobody say the day. And I can fly, leave a building in a single bound. But I can't stand farewell to friends, and I just fly around. My super friends in Justice League, only folk I kick it with. Kill Lex Luthor, so what, we had to finish it. Kids play games and adults play for keeps. And me, I play to win, but I ain't playing in these streets. And life is not a joke, then again it ain't this serious. Superman can say the day, but God can say the Superman. Saga of the kryptonite, life just ended. You enjoy listening? Man, I finished it. Lois, come holler at me. I got an ice couch. Thank you for coming out. Listen, I knew you would like it because we made it. I'm so frigid and so fly.